The nurse who held my hand during surgery was my birth mom. What if the person who comforted you in your scariest moment was the one person you thought was gone forever? That's what happened to me. But before we dive into the full story, let me know where you're watching from and what time it is now, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. My name is Jordan. I'm 19. I've known I was adopted since I was little. My parents, my real loving parents, told me when I was 6. They said I was chosen, wanted, loved from day one. But still, I always wondered about her, the woman who gave birth to me. Did she look like me? Did she have my eyes? My smile? Did she ever think about me? I didn't have answers, just a blank space in my file, mother's name redacted, no contact. Then, last month, I had surgery. It wasn't life-threatening, just an emergency appendectomy. But lying on that hospital bed, staring at the bright lights, hearing machines beep around me, I was terrified. I'd been given medicine to relax, but I was still awake. The anesthesiologist said, "You'll drift off soon." But right then, all I wanted was someone to hold my hand. And then she appeared, a nurse in blue scrubs, mid-40s, dark hair pulled into a neat bun, kind eyes, a soft voice. "Hey there," she said, taking my hand gently. "I'm Maria. I'll be right here with you." Her touch was warm, calm. She didn't just hold my hand. She squeezed it like she knew how scared I was. "I'm scared," I whispered. "I know," she said, "but you're not alone. I've got you." She stayed by my side as they prepped the IV, as the cold liquid ran up my arm, as my vision started to blur. The last thing I remember before blacking out, her voice, "Breathe, sweetheart. Just breathe." And the way she said sweetheart, it hit me like lightning, not because it was special, but because it felt familiar, like I'd heard it before, long ago, in another life. When I woke up, I was groggy, pain in my side, tubes in my arms, but safe. A few days passed. I was healing. My parents visited. Friends sent texts. Life slowly returned. But I couldn't stop thinking about the nurse, Maria, her face, her voice, the way she looked at me, not just as a patient, but like she knew me. One afternoon, I asked my mom, the one who raised me, if she remembered the nurse's name from my surgery. She wrote it on the clipboard, I said. "Maria something." Mom checked my medical folder. Here it is, Maria Reyes, RN, Reyes. That name, I'd seen it before, in my adoption file. I pulled it out that night. Dusty, old. I flipped to the only page with any clue about my birth mother. There, scribbled in pencil under hospital notes, infant male delivered at 317A. Mother, Maria Reyes. Declined contact. Released same day. My hand shook. Maria Reyes. Same name, same hospital, same kindness in her eyes. Could it be? I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I called the hospital, pretended I was thanking a nurse for good care, asked if Maria Reyes still worked there. "She's on shift today," the receptionist said. I went straight to the hospital, not as a patient, as someone searching for truth. I waited in the lobby, heart pounding. When I saw her walking down the hall with a clipboard, I froze. It was her. No doubt. She turned, saw me, smiled politely. Then her smile faded, her eyes widened just slightly, like she recognized me too. I walked toward her. "Hi," I said, my voice quiet. "You don't know me, but you held my hand during surgery." She nodded slowly. "Jordan, right? You're doing well." "Yes," I said. "And my birth mother, her name was Maria Reyes." Silence. She didn't move, didn't speak, but tears filled her eyes. After a long moment, she whispered, I didn't know you were here. Not until I saw your chart." "You knew?" I asked. She nodded. "When I saw your name and your date of birth, I did the math. I knew. And you still held my hand." "Yes," she said, voice breaking, "because even after 19 years, you're still my son." I couldn't breathe. All those years of wondering, of feeling like I came from nowhere, of imagining what she might be like. And she'd been right there, holding my hand, calling me sweetheart, telling me I wasn't alone. "I gave you up because I was young," she said softly. 17, scared, no family support. The nurses said I could change my mind, but I thought giving you to a good family was the most loving thing I could do. "And you never tried to find me. I didn't know if you'd want me," she said. "I didn't want to hurt you, or your parents, so I let you go." We stood there, face to face, separated by nearly 2 decades, and yet nothing felt strange. It felt like coming home. We didn't hug that day. Not yet, but we exchanged numbers, and 2 days later, I sat across from her in a quiet cafe. She told me about her life, how she became a nurse to help others through pain. I told her about growing up, school, soccer, my dog, Buddy, how I always felt a piece was missing. Now we talk every week. Sometimes we meet, walk in the park, share coffee. She hasn't replaced my mom, the woman who raised me, loved me, taught me how to ride a bike, but she's become something else. My beginning, the woman who carried me, who let me go, and who, when fate brought us back together, chose to stay. So now, when I think about that surgery, the fear, the darkness, the unknown, I don't remember the pain. I remember her hand in mine, and the words she whispered, "You're not alone." Maybe some things are meant to happen. Maybe love finds its way back. Have you ever reconnected with someone you thought was lost forever? Like this story if it moved you. Subscribe for more real, emotional stories about family, fate, and second chances. And remember, sometimes the person you've been looking for has been looking for you too.